Hi, I'm Alan Edwards from L-36.com, and I'm here to talk about 9 knots that I think every sailor would be well to know. I picked these because 1, they're useful, number 2, they're good knots, in other words, they're easy to tie, they don't slip, and they're easy to untie, and number 3, they're easy to remember. It doesn't do you any good to have a knot if you have to go look it up if you need to do it in a hurry. Now there's some knots, decorative knots, constrictors, you don't use those very often. You're probably have a lot of time while you're using them. Go ahead and look them up. But these knots, if you learn these knots, I think it'll serve you well for many situations. So let's get started. The first knot is a bowline. That's probably one of your most useful knots on a boat. To tie that, you start with a simple half hitch, and then you pull on the working end until you collapse the knot into a loop. Then you take the working end and go around the standing end and then down through the loop that you formed, pull things tight, and there's a bowline. The next knot is a cleat hitch. This is a knot I often see tied incorrectly. Let me show you how to tie it. First, go into the far end of the cleat, not the near end, but the far end of the cleat. And then go around once on the base, making a C. Then cross over once, cross over again, and then bring the working end underneath to lock it. Now when you're done, you want to check it. You want to check to make sure that you have the 2 parallel lines underneath and the one coming across the top. And also make sure that you have the line coming into the far end. The reason you want to do the cleat hitch this way is that if you don't, it can jam and you won't be able to get it off. Next is a clove hitch. I use this for tying my fenders to my lifelines. You want to go around, and this is the lifeline, go across the line that's standing in, come back over the lifeline and back through the loop you formed. So your 2 ends coming in and out are parallel to each other. You have a line coming across. If you want to tie a dinghy to the dock, put a half hitch in it to secure it. A bowline is a great knot, but it can shake loose. So if you want something more secure, use a buntline hitch. The way I like to think about this is that I'm tying a clove hitch around the standing end. So I come around the line, cross over toward the inside of the knot. I come in and out, and I've made my clove hitch around the line with the end closest to the thing I'm tying to. So when I snug it up secure, that end there is being jammed into the knot and makes it secure. The next knot is a stopper knot. Everybody needs a stopper knot that they can tie quickly on a line. This is called a figure-of-8 knot because it looks like a figure-8. You cross over and loop around the standing end and then go back up and down through the other loop, and you've made a figure-of-8, and then snug it up tight and you've made a stopper knot. Next is a straight bend. A bend is used to tie 2 lines together. You don't want to use a square knot because it'll jam and you'll never get it undone. So make this straight bend. I picked it because it's very easy to remember. Both sides are the same. In both of them, they interlock the 2 loops. Loops go under in standing ends on both sides. You can see that everything's very symmetric. So then take the 2 ends and push them through the hole that's formed by the intersection of the 2 loops. Then pull it tight, secure. It doesn't shake loose. It's a very good knot, very easy to untie. The Alpine butterfly is used to tie a loop in the center of a line. You won't use it a lot, but it's really handy when you need it. So put 2 loops around the same direction around your hand, and then the third one cross over and go around the other side. And then take the first loop, cross over the other 2 loops, and press it underneath the other 2. So bring it through where your hand was, and then bring that tight, pull it tight. You have a loop that you can tie something to in the center of the line, and it's very strong. It's strong that way, and it's strong that way, and it's strong that way. So it's strong all 3 ways. Very easy to untie. It's a good knot to know. The next knot is a rolling hitch. This is a sliding knot where the one line can tie around another line. But first I'm going to show you how I use it to tie my halyard down. I'll go around whatever I want to secure it to, and then I'll go 2 loops around the inside there. So there's the first. It's kind of like a clove hitch, except you do 2 loops to begin with, one inside the other. Then you cross over the line coming in and go back through the loop just like you would kind of with a clove hitch, and then draw everything up tight. You can see you've got 2 loops, 2 on the inside. The second one is inside the first. Then you cross over and go around and through, and you can pull this tight, and then you can adjust it so you can lengthen and tighten up basically the halyard and pull it tight. It's very useful for that. But you can also use this to free a jammed line. If you have a line that's jammed on your winch, you go around twice with the other end of the line, put it through and make the same rolling hitch, jam it up tight, and then take that line that you've just made the rolling hitch with back to another winch, and that'll free the first winch so you can get the tangle off, the jam off your winch. The last knot I'm going to show is the Admiralty Stopper. I use this when I want something that's a little more secure, that's going to last longer. For example, my main sheet, so it doesn't go through the block and it's not something that's going to change. But just take the line, take the working end, and wrap it around the standing end 3 or 4 times and make these little loops. And then take the working end and push it up through the little tunnel you've made and pull it tight. And there you go. That's a nice stopper knot. It doesn't come undone. Well, I hope you enjoyed these 9 knots and find them useful. Please, if you did, like the video and subscribe. Thanks a lot.